Hi guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm here with just some book pages and I thought let's come along and just do some very quick and easy book page tags. So these are all the same book pages which I'm going to be using. So I'm just picking kind of the most texty sides to make my tags from. So yep, like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cut them roughly into tag shapes. Now, these are not going to turn out very good because I'm going to be really lazy and cut them in bulk. So cutting them like this. So I'm just kind of getting a rough tag shape. And of course, when I come to use them, I will be, you know, altering the tag, you know, quite a bit, if that makes sense. Because the paper, obviously, as you can see, it moves when you're cutting it, you know, in together. It all kind of moves about. So obviously it's not, you know, not as neat as it kind of first appeared. So obviously I will need to tidy these up when I come to use them. Now I've just got some craft coloured card here. Just seeing whether I can get four to a page. Can do if I make them slightly smaller. So yeah, let's do that. Oops. So they're not going to be the biggest tags in the world, but that's fine. So I'm just going to trim that off. And that edge as well. Okay, right. So all I'm going to do is glue them down. So yeah, I'm using this craft coloured. It's card. It's not paper. It's I think about 230 GSM, or it might even be 250. So you know, it's a nice kind of sturdy base for my tags. Again, you know, completely kind of personal preference really. I mean, I just like a nice sturdy tag, but you know, you don't have to use anything as thick as this. You know, I just quite like a sturdy tag. But of course, you know, anything is fine. There's no rules in junk journaling, as we know. So, you know, however you like to do it is all fine. So just, I go round the edge and then obviously fill in with the glue. And then I know I say this all the time, but what I like to do when I cut them out is just cut in, you know, fractionally, and then that's how you kind of then, well, hopefully, I'm saying it like it's a given, it's not necessarily, but yeah, hopefully you then manage to get into the glue line, if that makes sense. So just gluing this down like that. Okay. Oh, it's really chilly today. It's such a gorgeous day. I mean, it's gorgeous and bright outside, but it's really chilly in the house. So, yeah, it's not very nice, to be honest. I'm pretty chilly. My son's just that second left. You can probably just hear the front door shut. So, yeah, right. Okay, that one. And then the final piece. So I had actually brought along 5 book pages, but we'll just do these 4 because they're obviously, you know, they fit quite well onto the piece of paper. So, yep, we'll just do these. I mean, whether or not we'll even get time to do 4, who knows, but we'll certainly give it a go and see how we get on. So, yep, like that. Okay. Now, obviously, I don't measure or anything like that, so my tags are not going to be identical sizes. You know, I'm just going to be cutting them down, and you know, just going to kind of like, yeah, end up with kind of similar size tags, but not identical by any stretch of the imagination. And you know, that's fine. Obviously, if you like to have identical size tags or, you know, shape tags or whatever, then, you know, you might prefer to use a template for this. I know I've seen lots of people who do have templates and things, you know, I mean, actually available to download, but, you know, or just have their own template that they just keep ready for when they make tags. So, you know, completely up to you, really, how you do them. Oops. But I mean, I just kind of just freestyle it a bit. And, you know, I just think anything goes really. So do whatever it is that you find easiest. If you find it easiest to have a template, then that's fine. If you find it easiest to just freestyle, that's fine too. You know, anything is fine. So, oops. Okay. Okay, and the last one here. Now I'm hoping to make some of these using some clusters that I've already got kind of ready made. But we shall see. Because these actually are not going to be the biggest tags in the world, I might actually decide that the clusters are, you know, not suitable because perhaps they're going to actually be too monstrous for this size of tag. You know, maybe I should have used a slightly bigger base, but it was because I was trying to obviously get quite a few onto that craft coloured sheet. So I've ended up obviously now with pretty small tags, but well, I mean, I say small, I mean actually they're just quite small, you know, by my standards. They're probably quite big, you know, to a lot of people. You know, it's just because I quite like a massive giant tag. But again, you know, that's just personal choice, isn't it? You know, I mean, I know I've said lots of times before, I mean, I just can't do dainty, you know, try as I might. That just does not, you know, does not come naturally to me. So, and we've all got our styles, haven't we? You know, the style that we kind of lean towards or suits us best. So, okay. Just cut this in slightly. Okie dokie. Oh my goodness. I mean, I should have done that corner thing, shouldn't I, where we then have identical sides. Didn't bother, thought I'd be lazy, and yeah, it's kind of, you know, not panned out for me. So let's do it with this one, where you just take the corner, flip it over, and then obviously, you know, cut the opposite corner. And that's just how you get then, you know, the same corners. Although, having said that, these don't really look very identical either. And that was doing that. So clearly, clearly just I am not very good at cutting corners. And yeah, some days are just worse than others. Obviously, this is a bad day for me today. So, but again, who cares? You know, it's all fine. It's just crafting after all. There's no point getting, you know, upset about it, is there? So, yeah. You know, because sometimes you can just, you know, stress you out, and there's no point really getting stressed out. So, yeah, I mean, I've just got a bunch of clusters here that I'm just going to drag in and use. I'm going to try not to overthink this and just going to go with, you know, go with any of the clusters. So, yeah, let's take those, for example. Although I'm now thinking, oh, that's a nice one. Oh, it's a bit too wide for that. That's a shame, isn't it? Or should we have one of these? Because I don't want them to all be the same colours and things. So yeah, perhaps we'll do that one, and a slightly different colour one, maybe that one. Yeah, okay, so yeah, let's do that now. Just having a look to see what I've got here in my within reach. So let's just pull this in. Again, I don't know really whether this is even going to go, but just pulling it in to start with. Okay. Oh, that's quite nice. So I'm just going to tear this down here. I do like a torn edge. Oh, that's quite nice, isn't it? Yep, loving how that one looks. So let's just glue this down on there. Gonna really try not to overthink these and, you know, just really get a few done. So who knows, we might even manage to make more than 4. I mean, I'm saying this now because this one's just coming together. Guaranteed, probably the next one I come to do will be a grinding halt, and yeah, I'll suddenly kind of be like, oh, so much for rushing along and achieving lots. Right, love how that looks. Isn't that just gorgeous? Really, really pretty, isn't it? Okay, yeah, really liking that. Now, I've got some distress inks here in these purpley colours, which I'm thinking, again, we can just go around the edges. So I'm just going to get a new sponge on my blendy tool. Oh gosh, that one really looks like it needs a new sponge anyway, regardless of the colour. The sponge was pretty much falling apart. Yeah, let's try this one. So this is Seedless Preserves. Seedless, yeah, seedless? Yeah, Seedless Preserves. Let's give this one a try. Okay, and yeah, just kind of go around there. Oh, that's looking gorgeous, isn't it? Okay. Okay, so I haven't gone down that side really, as you can probably see, but that's fine. I'm going to leave that side, you know, kind of undecorated, I think. Now, I have got a little tassel here, which I'm just thinking, does that look cute on there? Right, let me just pull in my wax seals. That's maybe a bit bright. That one's better. What about like that? Don't know whether I really like the tassel on there, to be honest. Oh no, I don't think I do. I've removed it, and actually I straight away just much preferred it without. So yeah, was not loving it. Right, let's do one of those little doobry things with the ribbon. Love these. Okay. Oh my goodness, how gorgeous does that look? Just lovely, isn't it? Those rich, vibrant colours just look gorgeous. And you know, I have got an urge now to have a little bit of the purple sari silk on here. So I'm just going to have a look and see if I've got some in my drawer behind me. Yeah, oh my goodness. Look at that gorgeous colour. It's so beautiful, isn't it? So I'm kind of thinking, should we just have a little bit of this like ruffled up somewhere? Maybe even just, I know it's kind of like in the middle of the tag, which is that a bit weird, but why do things always have to go at the bottom? I mean, she says as clearly putting it at the bottom, but maybe I'm just not really brave enough to have it midway. Don't want to kind of like do it and then think, what have I done? But having said that, I do want to kind of be adventurous and mix it up. So right, let's just spread that out. Okay. Right. Let's put that down there. So I'm just going to squish that together. Just like a little ruffle going across at the middle point. Oh my goodness, how pretty does that look? I mean, I know that's so weird, like going across the middle of that tag, but oh my goodness, how gorgeous does that look? Oh, really pretty, isn't it? Right, okay, let's get on to the next one. So the next one is this one. Now, this one obviously much more muted. So, you know, this one to me just doesn't look half so, yeah, half so kind of like pretty. But I mean, that, again, that's just my, you know, my kind of like liking for, you know, bright colours. And I realise, you know, bright colours aren't everybody's cup of tea. Just because I love them doesn't mean they're everybody's cup of tea, does it? So I quite like that tucked behind. So I'm just thinking, you know, just pick out a colour that's on here, which obviously for me is the blue that I've gone for. and just kind of try and actually just bring the blue in a little bit more. So I think that looks quite nice. Now, again, just going to bring in some of my distress inks, which, you know, I always just think the distress ink is such a brilliant way to actually bring more of the colour in. Now, don't know, the speckled egg's not really quite right. That, I think, is a little bit dull. That's a bit annoying, isn't it? I don't have that many blues, weirdly enough. I seem to have a whole bunch of, and this is really strange, but yellows, which, I mean, the irony is I don't really use yellow, but I seem to have an awful lot of yellows. Although, to be honest, I'm now thinking actually they're probably green, and the, you know, the ink has just faded on my little labels that are on the side of them. I think that's what's happened. Right, I've got a new blendy tool here because, yeah, I really kind of needed to get some more, because otherwise I was just struggling with two. And yeah, obviously it's not really that practical to just use two when you're kind of doing quite a few things. Right, I'm going to try this. I think this is just way too bright, but let's give it a try. So I'm just going to pull in a little bit of that book page. I mean, it is quite bright. Having said that, let's try it around here on this piece itself. Well, that's quite nice, isn't it? So we've just kind of brought it in a little bit on the actual cluster itself. And then let's glue this down. Oh, I'm so sorry if you can hear my printer whirring away. Just, you know, having to kind of like print some things for my next project or my next video. So, yeah, it's kind of just a needs must basis, I'm afraid. So sorry about that. If it's, you know, if it's a bit noisy. I hope it's not, but it's just kind of one of those things, unfortunately, because my printer's now, you know, in my room, which is, you know, much better, because it was in my living room, which was not looking all that nice, you know. And yeah, I kind of felt constantly embarrassed by the, you know, the mess everywhere. So, I mean, to be honest, not that the mess is any better, actually, just because the printer is now in my room, you know, my craft room. Yeah, the mess is just as bad as it always was. So I can't really claim that it's made a massive difference. It hasn't really. But hey, at least the printer's no longer in there. Okay. Just pop that down there. Okay, looks nice. And then I'm just going to, again, hot glue this on. I mean, I'm just doing this just to be lazy, and I say it all the time, but, you know, just because, you know, when you're doing a video, people don't really want to see you kind of like pressing the glue down for ages and things. I mean, if I was doing this, you know, myself, I would maybe just use wet glue. So, I mean, please don't think that if you've not got access to a hot glue gun or something that you would need to have a hot glue gun. You wouldn't. Like I say, I'm just doing it because it's just making it quicker and saving you guys having to just, you know, watch the painful process of me, you know, pressing it down endlessly, waiting for it to dry. You know, that's all that's about. Right, now I have got some ribbon, which again, just wondering whether we could go for the turquoise, because we've bought the turquoise in quite a bit now. So just again make one of those. Oh dear, it's really flicking things about now. Yeah, let's just kind of snip that down. Okay. Oops. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? So yeah, now I'm wondering, again, just kind of like picking up that blue theme. So this is broken china is what I've gone for to use for this. So just going around the edge a bit with the broken china. You know, and again, that's just kind of tying the blue in that's now on the cluster. So, you know, hopefully we're kind of getting the theme going on there. So now pop this down. that, and yep. Oops. Okay, that looks quite nice, doesn't it? I am thinking a butterfly or something on this would be quite pretty, or maybe just a label or something. So maybe something like this. Okay, let's just go for this one. Okay. Oh my goodness, how lovely does that label look? Now, do we like it there, or do we even have it there? Oh, that's quite nice there. That is quite nice there. And actually, I've just got another one, which I'm thinking maybe we'd have this one as well, and it would, well, I say it would tie it all in. I'm not sure whether it will actually. Might not really go, because it's quite dark. Let's give it a try. You know, you can't tell till you try, can you? So, yeah. So, I mean, it doesn't really get much quicker and easier than this, does it? I mean, quick and easy book page tags, you know, they really are, these particular ones, I mean, they really are quick and easy book page tags, aren't they? So, yeah, kind of does not get any quicker and easier than this, to be honest. You know, they're just coming together in literally no time whatsoever. And yeah, I mean, it all is, you know, the bonus of having the ready-made clusters, obviously. But, you know, it's a great way to just quickly get some tags just in your stash. Use some of your ready-made clusters, and then you've got some, you know, some quick and easy tags then, using up some book pages. So, you know, really nice and simple. Right, I'm just going to go for this one because this one also is blues. So it just kind of, you know, makes sense to just use it whilst it's here. And I've got the blue ink. I'm not necessarily going to use the blue ink, but you know, we may. I might as well try it whilst we've got it here. Oh, just wondering. Oh, that's a bit of a shame, isn't it? We could have it like that, but that then just seems pointless having it on there. So yeah, might not actually use that one at all. Let's just see what else I've got. Ooh. I've got some scraps here behind me. Now this is from my autumn blush, so obviously it's got the pumpkins on, but let's try and just get rid of the pumpkin. I mean, that's rather pretty, isn't it? And again, just totally not what I would have, you know, where I thought this would be headed. But, you know, sometimes projects do take on just a mind of their own. And actually, you know, just embracing the way they go, you know, can actually enable us to create some really lovely, unexpected and lovely things, you know, which is fun, isn't it? Things don't always have to be kind of typical or predictable or, you know, as you'd kind of expect. Sometimes it's nice to have, you know, the unexpected things, isn't it? So, yeah, definitely that's super unexpected. Would not have expected to be putting this pink with the blue and things, but I love how that's looking so far. Now, whilst we're at it, I've got this, which is pink, and yeah, I'm just wondering whether we could have this. I don't know. Might be too big. Might be too big, might not even go, but let's just cut it out and see. I mean, if it's too big, we could always maybe just have half of it, so that's kind of not really the end of the world. I mean, obviously, if it doesn't go, that's slightly more of a problem. I don't know, you know, it might not go. You know, sometimes you just can't tell till you try. Okie dokie. Did I say Blossom Blush, by the way, when I said about that paper? That paper's from Autumn Blush. I don't know whether I said Blossom Blush. That suddenly just, yeah, just suddenly as I just sat here, I thought, I think I just said Blossom Blush. and actually that's not what that's from at all. So yeah, just if I said that, please just ignore me. That's not what it's from. Oh, that's quite pretty. Right, so let's get rid of this before I dab it in the wrong colour. Oh, what have I done with my usual blendy tool with just the brown and things? Oh, I don't know now. What have I done with it? Let's get rid of these off the desk for a minute. Oh, where's my blendy tool gone? There we go. Right, so just going to ink this up a little bit, you know, where those little holes are, just because otherwise it's pretty white, you know, which, you know, that's fine, but yeah, it maybe looks a little bit too stark and white. So let's just take that down like that. Okay. So yeah, just going to glue that down. And then just like we did with, oh no, I don't think we have done it actually. I was going to say something else, but yeah, that was, I think, the video I did previously. So yeah, ignore me. Just rambling about something that's not even happened in this video. But yeah, I often just like to cut a frame in half, cut a label in half. So yeah, just doing that with this piece here. And then we'll just pop this down there. I mean, how gorgeous does that look? Love, love, love how that looks. Right, just going to glue that down there. Okay, and actually this is all just kind of copy paper thickness, so this will be fine with just wet glue. It's only really when things are a little bit thicker that I like to give them a bit of a helping hand, really. You know, with the hot glue and things like this. So yeah, oh my goodness, how pretty does that look? Now, just wondering, this might be really weird, but just wondered whether we should have a pink wax seal to tie the pinks right into this. I think probably that pink is better. Not sure, but yeah, I think that's probably best. Now, again, oh, I'm just determined to use these tassels, aren't I? But just thought, does this tie that colour in quite nicely? So, yeah, I mean, it kind of does, doesn't it? So I'm thinking, should we have that there? Now, oh, just before I do, or we could have the pale pink. Just then keeping it delicate. It's not really the right colour, to be honest. So, yeah, scrap that idea. Oh, do you know, I had bought some more, oh, what's the colour called? I can't remember now, but anyway, the very pale pink spun sugar. I'd actually bought some more of that, and it arrived the other day, but it's in my bedroom where I opened it, which that would be perfect around the edge of this. So I'm not going to ink this one because I'm thinking the spun sugar, you know, when I've bought it in from my bedroom, then I think that would look really good on here. So yeah, I'm going to refrain from inking around the edge, which is a shame because obviously this is not going to look quite as, you know, as per the finished article without it. But if you can just picture it with the spun sugar, which is a very pale pink, that's how hopefully it's going to look, you know, when it's done, or when it's inked. Oh, again, I'm just thinking, does that tassel look weird on there now? Would it just look better with just the, yeah, maybe. I really wanted to use the tassels. I love the tassels. I really wanted to use them, but yeah, you can't just use things just because you fancy using them, can you, if they then look rubbish? So, yeah. No point. If they're looking rubbish, they're looking rubbish, you know. Whether you want to use them or not, you just can't. Okay, so yeah, I quite like that one. Very pretty. So just imagine this with the very pale pink edging, you know, that's how that's going to be finished off. Okay, so we're on to the last one. We have raced through these, honestly. Oh my goodness. I mean, I'm not even at 30 minutes and this is our final tag. So we have literally race through these. So, I mean, quick and easy book page tags, or what? They really are quick and easy, aren't they? Right, let me just trim this down here. Just because, my goodness, how wonky did that look? So again, I'm thinking, could we actually incorporate some other colour? So I'm just going to tear this down. I mean, I don't know. This might look awful, but I'm just going to try it. Yeah, I quite like that addition of the blue. Right, let's just take this label down. Okay. Got that. Okay. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? So this one, instead of doing the blue inking and things, I'm going to ink around with the brown. So this is just the walnut stain, but I'm going to hopefully kind of like, you know, bring the brown in to the blue rather than the blue onto the book page, if that makes sense. So yeah, let's go for that. Okay, let's put that one down there. Okay, and then this here, which looks rather nice, doesn't it? And again, you know, this is not flimsy paper, this cluster, it's kind of bulkier, so that's why I've just used the hot glue there. I have to say, shoddy cutting down that side again. Oh dear. Right. So now I'm just going to ink around in the brown. I mean, look at how that transforms that. I mean, that's completely transformed, isn't it? Love, love, love how that looks. I mean, you know, the book page is nice, but once it's inked, it just looks amazing, doesn't it? Absolutely love it. Love it, love it, love it. So I'm just going to dull this down by just inking this a bit with the walnut stain. So because it was very bright, which, you know, I'm very drawn to obviously the bright colours, but I just want to kind of bring it, you know, make it a little bit paler. Oh, I have got that Eiffel Tower as well, which I'm thinking maybe we could have that there as well. And again, that was just kind of floating on the desk, but hey, it would get it off of the desk. And it does actually go quite nicely with the tag, doesn't it? So yeah, let's put that one down and just pop that there under the lace like that. Okay. Okie dokie. Yeah, love how that looks. Isn't that just gorgeous? Okay, right, so let's pop this down with the hot glue. And, you know, I mean, to be honest as well, and I know I say this all the time, but not only is this quick and easy, obviously, but also you can have that slightly raised kind of effect as well when you know, when you use the hot glue. If you don't kind of press it down too hard, you know, you get then a raised effect going on, which is rather nice. Right, I'm having a look to see what I want to use as a topper for this. So I'm just having a quick look around. Now, I have got, well, I have got this navy blue ribbon. I think this is probably too wide. I think it is too wide. I've got this glittery brown, which that might be quite nice. Yeah, I think that would work quite nice. And actually, maybe we can use one of these gorgeous blue eyelets. Oh, that one or that one. Maybe the lighter one. Love these coloured eyelets. I have been kind of hoarding them, but I am trying to gradually make myself use them because, you know, like all these things, why do we have them if then we're going to just hoard them and not use them? I mean, that's just ridiculous, isn't it? So, yeah, trying to make myself use them. But it's hard, isn't it? If you really love something, you know, it's hard to make yourself use it. You know, even when your brain just says, oh, for goodness sake, you know, you could just go and get some more, you know. I mean, it's harder still when it's actual vintage things that you then obviously, you know, they're irreplaceable. I mean, that's near on impossible, isn't it, to make yourself use those things. But, oh my goodness, hold on. Having problems with this. Oh. Come on, come on, come on. Oh my goodness me. Don't know what's going on with my crocodile, but this looks like it's kind of too close. I can't even get my tag in there. Don't know what's happened with that. Oh, I don't think it's working. What's happened with that, I wonder? Right, let's just press that right in. Don't know what's gone on with that. Let's try again. Right, I don't know what's going on with this. That's a very weird thing that's happened there. Maybe, I don't know, maybe that will work better. Honestly, I don't know what's going on with this, whether it's kind of like somehow closer together than normal. That's really weird. Aha, yes. It seems to have kind of stiffened up, and so it's actually sat too close. That's really strange. Right, okay, let's just pinch this down. Weird, weird, weird. Never experienced that with the crocodile before. I did have another crocodile that, I'm sure I've said this before, but my son, I said, oh, you know, it's brilliant. It punches through everything. So he decided to punch through a coin. You know, like, I don't know what he was trying to do with it. Put it on his keyring or something, I think. And, you know, it actually broke the crocodile. Yeah, actually broke it. I mean, I actually thought literally they were like miracle things that punch through anything. I mean, I'm not saying that they sell them, saying that that's what they do. But I hadn't come across anything it wouldn't punch through. So I couldn't believe it when he broke it. And, yeah, he had to buy me a new one. That was years ago, several years ago. But, yeah, who knew? Who knew that a coin would be beyond its capabilities? And it may have just been a one-off. Maybe it was on its way out anyway. You know, who knows? But, yeah, I was surprised anyway, let's just say, when it actually did break it. Right, okay. Let's just put some glue there, just to hold my bow down a little bit kind of flatter and neater. That's it, okay. Right, so obviously, like I say, picture this with the pale pink edging. That's how that's going to be finished off. But that is our 4 easy, quick and easy book page tags. So using the ready-made clusters. So yeah, I hope that you like them. And yeah, maybe you feel inspired to make some. I have to say, I've really, really enjoyed this project. So I might just have to come back and make a whole bunch more. Just because they were super fun. So yeah, I hope that you liked them. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks then. Bye.